Hey there, welcome to the channel. I'm Ben, and today we're going to talk about how I keep my hands not only warm, but also protected while I'm out riding my dual sport motorcycles, both on and off-road. About 8 or 9 years ago, when I started posting motorcycle videos, I never really gave protective equipment too much thought, and well, kind of got a lot of sort of negative comments about it, which to be honest, I'm super thankful for, because it totally changed my outlook on this type of thing. And now that I've been blessed with the opportunity to work with an awesome sponsor like MSR, who provides me with all of my motorcycle safety equipment today, I've had a chance to try out a variety of different gloves for lots of different riding situations. Everything, again, from off-road riding to on-road riding, both in warm and cold temperatures. So today I'm going to go through all of the different gloves that I've tested out, as well as some ways that I've been keeping my hands even warmer and even better protected while I'm riding my dual sport motorcycles. These are sort of an off-road only glove, super thin, super breathable. They've got a bunch of little perforations in the palms that you can kind of see there a little bit, so they breathe really well. They also give you a lot more feeling of both the grips themselves and the clutch and the brake. Really the right thing to have if you're going to be doing any sort of aggressive off-road riding. And if you're like me and you want to continue that into the cold winter months, then of course you need something with a little bit more insulation, which is why I really like these Frost Moto gloves. They've got just enough to kind of keep your hands protected from the elements, but still have a nice thin palm that allows you that more precise control over your levers and grips. For some road riding on, again, sort of hotter days, the MSR ADV Air gloves. These are super comfy. They have D3O armor in them, which is some of the little orange bits that you can maybe see poking through there a bit. Essentially, it feels sort of like soft rubber until it encounters some sort of an impact, and then it turns a little bit harder, sort of like the surface of water, and is supposedly pretty good protection. Luckily, I've never had to find out, but they do have a leather palm and a few kind of abrasion-resistant portions on the high abrasion portions. These two also have some little perforations in the backside, and as you can see, the front is certainly very breathable. I also really like the pull loop that they have on these, and the next set has those as well. So these are going to be the wind block gloves, also with the D3O armor. These also have a leather palm with some extra abrasion resistance. However, they do not have any perforations. They also don't have any breathable material on the outside, hence the name wind block. They're not insulated, but there's something that I wear on the little bit cooler days. And when things turn even a little bit colder, then I go to the ADV cold weather gloves here. We are of course getting a little bit more expensive, but honestly these I think are my favorite gloves. They're just the most comfortable. They feel more like a nice soft warm snowmobile glove than anything. I mean, they really are just sort of a winter glove. They're maybe a little bit more bulky than you would like, but if you're going to ride in cold temperatures, you need a little bit of insulation. I've never really had a problem. It just takes a little bit of time to sort of acclimate to them. These also have a leather palm as well as a bit of leather and some armor on the outside. And because they are a gauntlet, they really do work quite well when you're out in really kind of cold temperatures. I would definitely suggest pairing them with an item that we'll get to in a bit here, and that's some sort of external heat. But with the grip heaters that I've been running, these are more than enough to ride in pretty darn cold temperatures. But if you are looking for something with a little bit of heat built right in, we've got the MSR Reload heated gloves and the Surge heated gloves. Also getting maybe a little bit pricey, but certainly a nice thing to have on a cold day. The less expensive ones come with a bit less armor on the backside, where the more expensive ones have a bit of sort of rubbery plastic material to protect you on the outside. Both palms are leather. The more aggressive, more expensive ones are a little bit better, higher abrasion resistant leather, where the other ones are a little bit softer. Again, maybe just a little bit more comfy. I don't know if the heating elements exactly follow the design that they've got drawn on here, if this is really more for marketing purposes, but essentially all of the heat is coming from the top side of the glove. They've got a little pouch on the inside here that the batteries go into, and then there's just a cable in here that they plug into. You just stick that back in, Velcro it up. And I've been using these for, I guess this would be the second season now, and I've never really had too much of a problem with them. The batteries seem like they're still working great this year, even though I just let them sit all summer. If you guys are unfamiliar with heated gear, the couple different colors that you're seeing here are just the different heat settings. I don't think that I would recommend running these in really, really cold temperatures unless you're also going to have, yet again, another item that I've alluded to a couple times. This is the Tusk Grip Heater Kit, and when they say kit, they really do mean kit, because this is exactly what you get here. You basically just pull your old grips off, and then these wrap around the bar end And I would highly recommend wrapping electrical tape around your clutch side bar end a few times before sticking one of these on. Otherwise, your handlebars end up turning into a bit of a heat sink, and then the throttle side that has the plastic tube on it will stay nice and warm, where your clutch side will be cold. But with the electrical tape in place, these have really always done more than a good enough job for me, even when I was out on the TW when it was 0 degrees outside. There's also options like the Oxford heaters here. I've got these on the 701 Enduro, and they certainly do seem to put out a bit more heat. They also have a lot more settings than just the high-low that the Tusk grip heaters have. They also will turn off automatically. You can just wire them direct to the battery, and once they sense a little bit of voltage drop, they'll just shut off. And I have personally let them run that way, and they do turn off, no problem. Certainly a much more plug-and-play type design. Basically just have to connect them to the battery and then run the cables and screw the terminals together. Now, like I mentioned before, the Tusk grip heaters really have been warm enough for me, especially with that electrical tape wrapped around the metal bar end. But these certainly do put out a lot more heat, and I think that's just because the elements are built right into the grips. The downside to that is, though, of course, that you are stuck with this grip, and they aren't really the softest thing. However, they do seem to work just fine. And finally, to round things off, if you're somebody like my dad who's been riding around without these, you definitely need a set. I put these on every single bike that I plan on taking off-road, and I've really had pretty good luck with them. They've definitely seen a few spills, and they seem to keep on working. Of course, if you bash them hard enough, they would bend up a bit, but I think so would any other version. These I really like because you don't put the plastic guards on with a wood screw. It actually comes with a regular threaded fastener, so that's definitely kind of nice. They really have a good high quality look and feel to them, and I'm proud to have them on all of my builds. But of course, their most important job is to protect your levers in a tip over, and also to protect your hands when you're riding off-road. And if you're riding off-road near trees and stuff, you certainly would, I think, be a little bit better off spending a couple bucks and some time putting these on rather than waiting for your hand to heal up after you smash it into something. So if you don't have a set of these on your bike, get something. I don't care if you don't use my affiliate link. I don't care what brand you buy. Just buy something. You need some protection for your hands and your levers. And that about wraps it up. Huge thanks to my sponsors like MSR and Tusk for providing stuff like this for me to test out for you guys. If you want to pick up any of the items that I showed you in the video today, I'll have affiliate links that help support my content down in the description and in the top pinned comment. But of course, as long as you're buying something that is similar to these products, anything should work. It certainly doesn't have to be these brands. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, stay safe, stay swanky, get out there and enjoy this beautiful world God created for us. Any chance you get, just make sure your hands and your levers are protected and nice and warm so you can enjoy the beautiful scenery. We'll catch you on the next one.